I say it's my disease because it really is. You know, I have no shame in saying that I have Parkinson's disease, but you live with shame initially because the tremors, you want to kind of put your hands in your pockets. You kind of not want to be out in public when you're more fatigued or when your balance is off. All these things that are visible, you kind of want not to be shown initially. And by and large, initially, it's an invisible disease. So you get away with it. But eventually it gets visible with the walking sticks and the tremors and the voice that changes and the fatigue and the balance and, you know. So, of course, when you're diagnosed, there's a why me moment. There's it's not fair moment. It's everything I'm going to miss out on moment. But I would suggest that for people with Parkinson's and various other diseases that are bothersome to them, that take too much space in their lives, to actually seek, if they can, a psychotherapist or a psychologist to learn to compartmentalize. What does that mean? It means that you basically put in a little box that inconvenience and just go on with your life throughout the day. It means giving yourself time to live with the disease and say, okay, it's there. Okay, what does it mean to me? What is it going to take away from me? But then you learn, if you go to a support group, for example, you learn to share with others and you realize that others are doing things that they used to do, but just differently. Support groups are also important because they become a safe haven for disclosure. You're able to talk freely as you get to know the support group and get to know the people and start feeling that they're kin, that they're like you. And so you will start talking about things that are maybe more taboo, like the sexual problems that you may have, or the relational problems that you may have, or the mental health issues that you may have. And you'll realize that they are part of Parkinson's disease, but how do you cope with them? And then you'll get the tips and tricks from the people in your support group, and you'll get access to the literature because they'll tell you, oh, the association that you like has access to, has information on this. So don't hesitate, don't stay alone. Don't think that you're alone experiencing that one issue, the anxiety, the depression, the difficulties with constipation, all these things that are a little more taboo. You're not alone. Well, I make sure that that I take time for myself to meditate. I take time for myself to exercise. I take time for myself to exercise my mind as well. Things like crossword puzzles and Sudokus and all these things. But I take time for myself to contemplate outside, to go for a walk, to be in the sunshine, sometimes to be alone in nature. That's how I get my peace, my inner peace. That's how I can go about my day. But I take time for myself because I want to play with my grandchildren as well. I take time to be with my daughter, to be with my friends. And that's nurturing for me. That's appeasing for me. And that's how I take care of myself also on a day-to-day basis.